I forgot to set up my phone. That was the craziest laugh I've ever given. What the fuck was that? Here we are. Give it a moment. It's gonna take a second to be normal. And to plug that same phone in. Oh, kind of tracking me. No, it is tracking me. I just... Ooh. Oh. It's mostly straight. There we go. Oh, I don't like that crook on my neck. Give me a moment. Okay. And there we go. Let me move this. And connect the tablet. Taking a second. God damn. Not gonna lie. Okay. Random thing to start out with, but like streaming on Ethereum is such a trip. Because like it's doing nothing, but like it's just chattering. Like, how to put it? It's like there's no expectation to speak until there's people in the chat since it's not recorded. It feels so strange. Also low key, I'm like tired. And I had my stylus. No, I don't have my stylus. Give me a second. There we are. Move my hair. Second. I've been messing with my hair recently. Nothing crazy, but just like trimming here and there and like moving things around and like trying different hair parts, but nothing works except for the default. And as you can see, also jumping to the actual topic of this stream, I did change his design a little bit. Originally he had the red straps, but after, you know, the whole talk and all the stuff after last stream, we decided to remove the straps and go for a fairly simple, you know, like skater dude vibes with like the whole bite me. That was more like my own creation. I didn't really get anything in particular. I just like designs like that. So he liked it, so we're keeping it. It does seem a little busy, but like compared to other VTuber designs, I don't think it's not like too busy. I do believe though we may have to change the belt color, or like some of the red elements down here to be this like off-white as well. But anyway, we don't have to worry about that right now. We are going to be focusing on the body. Protect, come in. Hello. What do you mean? You bought two, remember? Go eat some broccoli. Get healthy. I'm gonna sit on my fat ass and eat some ramen with no vegetables. I did that earlier. Okay. Huh? Oh, I see. Get a new foot. Warm. Anyway, yes. That is the bate. Now, it's funny because in my Discord server a bit ago, I wouldn't say it was a scuffle or a tiff or anything. It was more like a slight misunderstanding. I was trying to make a joke. Basically, I'm working on my own model, and I get weird, like skeezed out by feet. I'm like my mama. She doesn't like feet. I don't really like feet. I joke about liking feet, but other than that, let me turn this off so that it doesn't look like a person. It looks like a mannequin. Oh, and I can turn off the hair too, because that makes it worse. All these. Let's move all these. So know that having an actual head will not help in terms of making it look less human. Anyway, but yeah, we don't like feet in this house. And then when I was talking about like, should I render the feet? Someone basically replied with like a, I don't know, and I was like, oh. I was making a joke because like it sounded like they were like, do you like feet? I'm like, oh no! I made a joke basically being like, something like along the lines of, Like, don't look at me that way. Like, don't look at me that way. Don't think I like toes. And then it was a misunderstanding where they thought I literally meant like, oh, don't you dare say such things or anything like that. I don't mind weird jokes like that. But then like I came to the conclusion either way because my question was like, should I even render out these toes? Because like I don't really plan to show them unless it's like a beach outfit. And then I came to the conclusion, well, I am the artist, so I can just add feet later. Have someone else rig it on for when I do a whole new outfit. And then, but then for this one, since we want the base to already be there, I may have to render him. Oh yeah, I'm nervous. I don't like. Wait, did I? Oh, this is a part of the liner. I completely forgot. Well, for now, the head liner is mainly just a placeholder because what I'm gonna do is basically make a base line outline where it's like all black. Oh, I mean, where it's like all black. But I'll keep it in this. But yeah, I'll keep it where it's all black, and then have the texture and the face skin color as a base, so that when people rig it, it's easier to deform. Because I learned that that's kind of how you have to do it. I know a few people have done it in a way where it's just the liner and that's what they have to worry about. But I heard that that's easy for riggers to have just like a giant red liner and all stuff. If you see me be a little messy with the liner, that's kind of why. Just a little messy though. And also recently, I've been playing with some friends, just Roblox and such. And I don't know, it's been nice. Cause like I remember having a friend group for a little while that did the same thing, but the Discord disbanded because of how inactive people were. And it was kind of just because everyone got busy, but like no one really like made an effort to like interact with people, because we were all part of so many different time zones. It was really hard to like actually do things, especially when I moved out, since my time zone was like they were most of them were not in America. So me leaving basically caused it to collapse, partially because it's like one of the people who isn't there, who's usually there, is now not there. So a few people just kind of like, what's the point? I tried to keep updates, but it was like really hard to get on calls and such, and kind of like fizzled out. But you know how it is with online. It happens. But I'm just happy. Also, let me get this. Let me get this little guy up. He's still holding my drink because I do need a sip. Okay. It's probably bad, but like, okay. All today, I've been just melting out my nose. I don't know what it is. I just... how should I put it? I don't know. I've been bleeding all day from my nose. It's getting me a little worried. Just a little bit. A little worried. With how, like... how should I put it? I'm a little nervy. I'm so nervy. But, like... I hope it's just me being hot. Because it only started after I... like started blow drying my hair and such, and I started like sweating. So I prayed to the Lords above that it was just that, and not like I'm imploding. Oh, frick, frack, arch my back and do me good. I forgot to number one, make that a vector layer. So let's do that first. And number two, resize this entire canvas. This is way too small. So first, let me trim a little bit. I don't want to make it too small in case of like, again, like outfits and such. Because you have to put that in mind in case, because not gonna lie, I'm still contemplating if I want to give EK like for celebrations and such, like a whole new outfit or a whole new look. But I'm not entirely sure. So I want to make enough room just in case, or if someone wants to take the art and like make their own designs, or kind of like use it as a base for a different model later on in the future, they can. Again, this model, since it is a gift, I don't want it to be like super limiting. I want him to be able to do what he likes with it when it, like, however he wants. Like, even if he wants to get a whole new artist to like make new clothes or straight up just redraw it, that'd be so great. Because also I'm doing it because I know a lot of VTubers, the main I still didn't redo it. It doesn't matter. But I know the main hurdle is cost. And I already know that art for a VTube model is so much, especially high quality art. And there's nothing wrong with like using a free model. It's just that it's hard to build a specific brand with a free model. Especially assuming there's like merch involved. Because like we've seen like the thing with Fillion, and if you don't know about Fillion, basically she ended up using a free VR chat model. And one of the guidelines was like you can't make merch or anything like that off of it unless given consent by the creator. But she didn't. Happens, you know. So she had to basically just stop what she was doing. She had to stop making merchandise. It's just like like that, where it's like you got to be careful. Or like there's even a more recent drama where basically this one VTuber, I don't actually know the specifics, but I think she said something about like her being racist. I don't know if she was actually racist or if she's making a joke about like, you know, like I'm not actually racist, but people say I'm racist kind of vibes or something. But anyway, the person who made the free to use model was like, could you not use my model? Which is like fine. It's just that now it's like, are you allowed to do that? Because it's a purchased model. They purchased the model. But like, if they bought it, it's theirs. But at the same time, it's like, well, yes, they bought it, but it's not their model. So it's like, again, the whole like what is happening kind of thing, kind of moment. Also, I like how I'm gonna now resize it just before I get into details. Maybe a little bigger. 3500. Because VTube model canvases have to be big. So they have to be really good quality. Oh. What is happening? What's going on? Ah! I think it resized, but like for some reason it kicked me off of my screen share. Okay, there, it's back, but like, okay, that was strange. That was strange. That was kind of weird. Get back up there, you help. There we are. Let me move my keyboard. But yeah, let's just pretend that didn't happen. Oh, it's so weird seeing it so high quality. The one downside of vector layer is that there's no deforms. So like, if I don't like something, I have to go in and either erase and like kind of like perfect it. But again, it's just in case I have to resize things and I don't want it to be like blurry bits and I have to constantly redraw parts. So it's like, it's a lot of equivalent exchange kind of vibes. A minute, I'm gonna go on Pinterest. Because there's this one VTuber artist. I actually need to find them straight up because like I love their art so much. I saved this face specifically. Because like, not gonna lie, oh, if it will pop up, this model is probably the most beautiful character model I have ever seen. And I love this art so much. Especially mainly the eyes and the lips. And the shade where the shading is put. So like I'm gonna actually hold on. I can just look it up right now. Side quest. You're not gonna see this because I don't want you seeing my I don't want anything popping up on my Twitter that's kind of crazy. It's like let's just say that I've been more I've been allowing myself to like the things I like on my socials. So even on my main. So oh, what is anyway, but like yeah, even on my main. So sometimes at points I now get interesting art. Pretty interesting art. On my main now. Basically, I can't show anything on my shit no more. Aw. But let me look him up. Let me go to search. I still don't support Twitner, but like... There we go. I can't believe I don't follow him. I know he makes like scene content on the site as well. So, yeah, I need to follow him. I'm following now. Let's see. Is this the artist? It looks... Okay, this is the artist. Anyway, I can turn this on now. But like, look at this art. It's stunning. Like, I'm gonna turn it off just in case, because I know that sometimes some companies don't really care if the artist makes smut. Just makes smut. Oh my god, wait, I've seen this stuff before. Sorry. I like how they make BL stuff. They make BL stuff. Yeah. Good for you. I'm just taking in mental reference, so I don't have to like basically copy their art completely, because I feel like that's disrespectful. But the main elements I'm just like, ooh, these are so good, are the way they draw eyes and mouths. So I'm gonna try to translate that into mine. I was just looking at the sample. And one of the things I'm gonna do is make the face smaller. Because this makes me feel like I made the face too big. Down. I think this is good. And again, luckily since it's a vector layer, if I do mess up, I can fix it later. Also, weirdly enough, I was not referencing their art particularly at all before this. I actually mostly referenced Lam's art. Lamb? The one who did like what's her name? I feel like a fake fan. What's her name? Ollie, that's her name. Who made her art, and like I know they also made like other art, or was it was Lamb and someone else. They also did the girl, the Chaos girl from in Hololive with Calliope Mori, with Mori Calliope, with her. Yeah, like I like their art, but I remember when they got into like a lot of like controversy because no one liked their design for, I think it was Fate, like for the main characters. And to tell the truth, I was one of the people who didn't like it. I feel so bad. I was an active hater, but like, let's just say I thought that the way they used their colors for that, the designs was unique, but could have been held back at least a little bit. Because they make beautiful art, but there's a difference between beautiful art and beautiful design. And though the designs were good in theory, in practice, especially in a world where it's been pretty like, not super crazy colors, having characters with like ultra anime designs in a world that was like only like kind of like touching the edge of anime, it threw off the vibes. And this is coming from like someone who isn't a Fate watcher or player, who's someone who isn't a Fate player. So you're gonna have to take what I say with a grain of salt. I need to look my Mad Lad a little down, but I don't wanna have his beautiful little face. He's just a little goober. But I can. Let me just. There we go. Me trying to figure out. It's also just an excuse for me to take multiple drinks. Okay, there we go. There we go. I was wondering why I felt so empty. I was like, what am I missing? It's my little guy. My little friend, my little pal. Anyway. I'm adding my own touches since... No. There we go. I'm trying to make him a beautiful ikemen. I am, again, trying to make him look like fairly, like, more built. But also his character is, I checked. He said it was around 5'6", 5'5". I was like, snort. Because there are men who are built like very, like they should be, that sounds crazy, but like men who look like they should be built really tall, but then they're really short in real life. I'm trying to go with that vibe. Where it's like, canonically short, but if you see him in a picture, he looks really tall. Bullet eye. Try to make it look somewhat like a shark shape. As in literally a shark. Russell may give him lashes because, but I think I'm just gonna assume he has like a, I was gonna give him a sharp lid, but like I feel like the shape of the words gives it the more like aerodynamic vibes. And also makes him look like kind of sleepy, and I like that. And if he needs lashes, I'll give him lashes later. The one thing I won't compromise on is giving someone at least a semi-defined nose. Because growing up, after being in the Danganronpa fandom, noses were not a thing. We did not do noses. So what I'm trying to do is hopefully what I try to do is give characters, even if they have like very not prominent noses, still like a definable nose, whether that's by using shading or by straight up just drawing the nose itself. Because I remember my original model, even in this model currently, you can tell my nose is very defined. But the only reason is because since it's a Vroid model, nose bridges don't really work the same way as they, like if I were to make this model from scratch. So my compromise is just making my nose a little more prominent from the front. And then I guess like canonically, if you were to draw me, I have a kind of prominent bump and hook. Again, it's only because Vroid models have limits. If I made my nose any bigger, which I tried, I would, when I smile or talk, I'd start clipping and you'd see like a bunch of lines in my face. And the same goes for like if I were to make my nose bridge more prominent. So, compromise. Okay, maybe not that defined, but give him kind of like no, give him thicker brows. Dark. I'm definitely gonna have to talk to EK about the shark brows, but I try to make them not too crazy. Just so that, you know, in case he wants to go for more like a chill dude look. Oh. I have to actually see what it looks like from this point. Maybe we have to push them in a little bit more. Get a little too close together. That's another problem I have. I always make eyes slightly too close together. I think, especially during the first round of it. That's what happens when you grow up with the mistake of making eyes super. Sorry, I'm taking this moment to stretch. But yeah, streaming on Erin has been a unique experience because it's like, it's either I have the best conversations or like I'm basically just sitting doing nothing and just browsing whatever I see online. Like just basically be on my phone until people come in. Since you know, since I'm not like a Irium original streamer, I think they get more, I wouldn't say more clout, but like, you know, like a better, more like kind of reveal because it's like they're a new person. So yeah, like it basically no one on my streams. Ugh, but it's fine. I don't mind. It's just a little awkward after a bit where it's like kind of sitting there waiting and then no one comes, which is again fine. It's like, you know, Ethereum is such a tight community that, you know, people, if they stream at the same time, unless you have friends already, most people aren't show up. Which is, I guess, the only flaw about like quote unquote flaw, big quotation marks in flaw, is well that where because there aren't a lot of people who aren't streamers on the app. Oh, I forgot. But yeah, so a lot of people who aren't streamers on the app, it results in a lot of people who can't really like cut their time to actually like be in a bunch of streams. What's wrong? Oh. Okay, I was wondering, I was like, something's off here. It's because I literally did not follow the actual shape of the eye like a silly Billy. Yeah. I have to basically fix all of this because otherwise it's gonna look very strange. I messed up. I messed up. Oh no. Or no. Maybe we can start the change from like out here, make it look more slick. It's still following the like higher, compromising its like shape. A little outside. Let's see. It's a little better. Now I'm focusing. It's hard because sometimes I have to like change my style a little bit because the thing is, even though people love seeing unique models, not a lot of people like having. So when I'm making this, it's low-key also like, I wouldn't say free marketing, but like, how do I put it? Like showing my skills in terms of being an artist outside of just Danganronpa. You know, it's kind of hard to constantly play into a niche, especially when you lose passion for it. And not saying I've lost passion completely for Danganronpa, but it's like, sometimes I need to take a break. I need to take a moment. Most of my art is usually Danganronpa. And I've gotten back into it again, but I'm like trying my best not to like only do Danganronpa. Oh my god, you can hear my roommates in the background having fun. How dare they have fun? What if I turn the eye? Flip it. I feel like it's giving sleepy. Like, this is pretty, but like for some reason I was looking. I think I'm just gonna restart the eye. The bottom part is okay, but like to there. I guess I do have to keep the lid I had. And then I'll try to follow this a lot more accurate. Oh, that's probably because this is like up here. Let's thicken that out. I don't know what I was thinking with this eye, but I'm looking at like, ooh, also shark shape. I'm doing a lot of like shark shaped items because it's like, even though I have this vibe being fish, I don't want it to be straight up just fish. That he comes off as like a prey animal. I mean, the joke can be he's a fish because I'm a fish, you know. Yeah, there we go. Now keep his eyes sharp. Better. Ooh. Yeah. And oh wait, I forgot. I can't. I have to. I keep forgetting that also with the because I'm pretty new to using this. That you can't like. I can't use the setting of like clear white. It'll be immediately turned into a normal layer. I don't know the name for it, but like a normal layer. So I can't do my usual tricks of just like using white with my same pen to actually like, you know, like make it thinner, like erase bits, sculpt it. I guess is the best way to put it. Same song. Oh wait, or is that a different setting? No, it's doing fine. Sorry, I think I just listened to this playlist so much that like my brain is making me think things. It's making me go crazy. Also, I've been playing. Speaking of crazy, I've been playing this game on Roblox. It's one of those fighter games where it's like based on an anime, and I've been having a lot of fun. Sometimes people be kind of crazy with it, like my friend T. They've been in a few streams before. Specifically my 700 celebration one where they drew my avatar / D. I don't really know what to call it, but in the kakigaru imasho pose. And they play that game and they get, you know, they get passionate about it. Let's see. And it's just been a lot of fun actually like playing with him and just like it's vibing. Okay, I think this is good. Also, I'm probably gonna make a separate eye for him. Kind of the same way that like I'd make like a separate kind of eye for. The only hard part is probably gonna be a lot of vector layers so that I can resize it. Because that's what I did for my current model. I just basically use the same eyes I have currently on me right now. To the part where it's like why streaming on what's it called? Why streaming on YouTube feels a little bit, I wouldn't say better, but like feels like I actually like am doing something compared to Irium, which is specifically the fact it's not recorded. I mentioned that before, but it's like it being YouTube having, goodness me, YouTube streams being recorded really helps in terms of, at the very least, make it feel like I'm talking to somebody. Because unlike Irium, where I have to wait for someone to come in to actually speak with substance, here I can like still speak as though I'm speaking to someone else because it's a recording. It's at the very end. This is a little bit. Oh. The layer is probably a little too high for this. Yeah. And is there anything else I need? I know I need the rest of the head, but like eyes. Okay, everything else seems okay. It's funny because even though I started working on my model, the thing, my 2D model, and this was meant to be like a test before I start working on my model, because I jumped the gun so much, I learned that like that's why I'm using this as a vector layer. It's in doing the vector layers with this instead of the whole, how should I put it? Instead of my original. Basically, I learned from doing my own model, which it should be the other way around, but I do really, really want to have, you know, I want EK's model to be like high quality. Again, not just for myself, but because it's nice to make things for a friend that like looks like you put that looks like the effort you put. It's actual. Goodness, I can't speak. Second, inside. Since let's see. Holy. Yeah. Let me scoot in a bit. But yes, this won't be shown. I don't need to. I don't need to like have anything crazy going on. The line could be messy. Hi. Okay. Sorry, Titan just wanted to like drop by and say like hi again. So confused. I forgot. I still want him to be built, so thick neck. Giving him good neck. How'd that look? That looks a little bad. Let me see. I think the main thing is that when he turns his head and all stuff is when it should. Wrong. I think this looks good. Plus the neck does connect like on the outside. So I want it to be thicker at the top, like a hourglass shape almost. Not literally, but close. Ooh. Here. And I'm super low stimulated. Understimulated. There we go. I think it doesn't help that like really kind of cozy. Let me get off my foot because now it's falling asleep. I always do that. I always get in the comfy position where my foot is very much under me. I'm basically squishing it, and then after a while it just falls asleep. It goes from being super comfy to help, I'm dying. Oh, nope. Thing is, these lines I learned are likely just going to be a guide for where I set everything. Since I learned that for VTuber models. Wow, wow, wow. Hello, Titan. But yeah, I'm mainly using these as a guide rather than, how should I put it? Like using them in the art. Since from what I've seen, the best looking models tend to have just rendered sections. Again, like the neck is rendered out rather than having any line art. So I'm going to do something similar. Even like actually I think this model, I was like, this artist does. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, like here where it's like no actual like line for the neck. And like same with like a lot of other things. The only liner they actually have is what's it called? Are the main sections, which are the brows, kind of, the lashes, the nose, and the mouth, and some part of the ears and hair. It's never like a big piece of art or a big piece of line art, unless it's like to ultra define something. Ugh. Also, photo bashing. The big thing. I just straight up take sometimes like for my model, I ended up taking like the stomach of someone because I couldn't get the rendering right. So I basically used the shading, grayscaled it, and like extract it, and then like went over it again, match a bit more. I'm trying to do something similar. Imagine you had more defined. Right here is fine. Oop. Oop. Nope. Give me a second. Weirdly enough, sometimes I feel like my filters are a little too high. I listen to myself on with recording, and like, now sometimes I'm like, oh, my defaults sound better than my filtered voice, and then, yeah, I'm sure it sounds fine, but still. Tech issues, forever a worry. I made his arms pretty thick, but like, right, like, this is kind of the part where it's experimental. A little thicker. A wee bit, just a little. Just a little thanky thing. Here. There, a little more. And then that one concept for intern in the Philippines. Sent some messages. Oh, I'm glad. It's like they're finally getting to know you. Still feel unsure about it. Yeah, I understand. Because it's like after a while of like, job searching, finding things, and like trying to wait for someone to hear you out. Finally getting people who actually are like, oh my god, yeah, actually, we want you. It's such a great feeling. We are currently working on an indie game. We might need your... Oh, that's good. That's good. That's great. Oh my god. I know I'm a little tired, so my brain is like, oh, oh. But I'm hyped. I'm excited. Can't wait. Cause finally people are seeing your abilities and like actually like wanting you. Damn. Finally. I still can't get over those people who are like, ugh, well, you don't have the experience. Like, have you not? It's like they haven't seen your art before. Like, I want to use the deform tool so bad, but I can't. I mean, maybe I can extract it here and deform them and then go over again. Oh. Same here. It's gonna take a second. That's what happens when the layer's too big. I can actually... I know this is gonna be a problem for like art, but like I still want it to look correct. Like, proper. I'm actually also make his shoulders a little bit works. Feels odd, but it may be a language barrier. Yeah, since it is in the Philippines, so I know that a lot of people in the Philippines know English, so it may not be too much of a barrier, but like still, yeah. Because like, even though America is run by people who like who only speak one language, a lot of places outside of America speak and like more widespread than okay. I feel like racism has what's it called? Has stilted Americans' growth. Like, I want to learn. I want to speak other languages, which I can, but like it's on my instead of like being forced to or like learning it in school, learn on our free time, and I ain't no good with that. Off, I need a reference, a proper reference. So far, it feels not as structured, but I'm gonna send a message about if. Oh yeah, you should probably figure that out first. Also, when making models, since they are gonna be forever a part of somebody, I use reference out the huazu, because like, oh my, I don't want to basically look back at the model and be like, ooh, that looks bad, So, wait a minute, I'm looking for arm references. I'm just gonna look up man arm. Oh wait, I forgot. It's this, so I can do it. Here we go. Well, these aren't quite okay. I guess I already have this one, so maybe I'll just use this. A main reference. By the way, weirdly enough, I did not use this reference for his model. I used it for my own. Like, yeah, I definitely did this. Where is it? There we go. Like, this would be up. more. Again, I know that it's like also at a different angle. I don't do too intense changes, but like I still gotta abide by some rules. Oh, this would be up here and this would be down there. The pictorials I can just straight up like. Oh. Oh no, I rasterized the wrong thing. Well, first let me then copy this. Wait, what? Okay, now I'm lost. So, what? Okay, that's it's in the video of the small team working on models. Almost felt formative. Yeah, be careful. Make sure to check if it's AI. Crazy to say, but yeah, just make sure to look out. Oh, wrong layer. Make sure to look out for AI. Because nowadays that can be faked, which fucking sucks. Usually I just straight up like get a model be as accurate as, but this time around just I don't know if I have any reference though for when I actually like like detail the hand, because like the one I wouldn't say downside, but like my one I guess is like properly rendering hands, because I always thought that like rendered hands looked really good, but at times people are like, it looks a little strange. So it's like that double thought of keeping things normal looking but keeping them detailed. It's a bitch to figure. That's getting lost in the layers. Yeah. We love when the layers become a maze. But luckily, like I said, it did what I thought it did. It's just the only difference is that when I used the lasso tool to get the arms out, they ended up just like duplicating the layer as a whole. So it's like, so like it just confused me for a second. I don't think I need to be like done. It's still done, but it's like, gotta be careful. But careful. I made his arms a lot thicker than before. I may want to maybe make these just a little bit, not too much. Because I want to give like man, but like I don't want to give boy, but I don't want to give like ultra bara kind of vibe. Bara. I know I reference bara a lot. So like you don't want it to be. I don't want it to be like super big and buff. That's for fan artists to do. It's so funny whenever I see a VTuber who like, you know, usually has like pretty like chilled, even like thin proportions. Get art of them in, like super buffed out, like their muscles are literally popping out of their insane. And then I go check out their actual character, and it's like, you know, chill, like a just a dude. And I think it's the same thing. It just happens a lot in art in general, where I'm like, it's like this crazy art of a VTuber, and it's like, whoa, how did they do this? And then it's just like, you know, just normal art. As in, like, they don't look like that. They just, the artist like, oh yeah, this would be a good idea, and they made it. Second. Is that like adding folds in the skin? Okay. Oh. A little bit, but same idea. Wrong layer. And so we're just making. I feel like my one downfall when it comes to reaching out more is that, weirdly enough, I get really insecure about the quality of my videos, like as in the output quality, because I can't change it or I'll lag. And I can't like, what's it called? But like at the same time, it feels weird to have like a pixelated video. I'm already sleepy. No, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. No, I get that. I'm a little tired too. I know it's only because I'm having like a very like chilled out stream and not actually because I'm tired. That's what makes it worse. I'm like, I know after this, I'm gonna start. I see that Minty and all of them are in a call. I'm like, okay. I think this is looking pretty good. The problem I have again is I'll definitely need to like the hand over there. Yeah. And it's funny because it's like I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, and the funny thing is that nothing would have changed if I were to just not stream me drawing this. But for some reason, because I'm streaming, I'm just halfway, you know? Maybe it's been because of all the blood I lost today. I was losing a lot. No, I think the hand's good. Ooh. On the right. There we go. Now to do the whole. Let me reduce the opacity. I don't get lost. The big problem. Big problem. Yeah. It's disgusting how good this looks. I am so sorry. And it's really confusing because I do want to use this as a guide more so than like straight up just line art when making the model. Also, it's like, I can't. I have to remember that it's like I do have to still use line. Still gotta use the line art to help me on my journey. But my brain just kind of wants to go into jumping straight into rendering his body. For some reason. I say for some reason, it's because I like shading. I don't know what it is. Ever since I found out new techniques and all stuff, I just always want to shade. And I get really lazy. Because the big hurdle really is. Also, I'm gonna attempt to do another fan art stream sometime this week, because I realized that I haven't been posting any like art in a long while. So I'm gonna try to aim for that. Let's see. Let's hope. They go like, no, I'm gonna be really pissed because it's like, why the fuck did you reach out in the first place? Like, you'd think people are reaching out that they'll have the money to pay you. I'm just assuming the worst, sorry. My brain just goes to like, oh god, I hope they're not fake. Also, I just got done watching a whole video on like a person making a what's it called, like a game in Minecraft of like it's basically like Among Us, but it's on a train and it's moving. And basically, I was impressed because I was like, how'd you? I remember when I first got into Minecraft, when there was like cars that would drive, they looked so choppy. I'm just like, how do they do that? How do they make an entire train move with no problems, with ambience, with sound effects, with like all this, like its own, basically its own game. Oh yeah, I'm expecting, but we'll see. Yeah, but yeah, I'm just like impressed. And then I actually watched the video. I forget how like crazy people can program Minecraft. Because basically what they did is like they made it so that the world repeats and moves, but the train doesn't. So like, how do I put it? So the train itself does not move, everything else does around it, so that there's no lag when the train quote unquote moves, and that the world can loop on its own without having to focus on that. And it's just a really interesting video, especially because afterwards they actually play it. And he did a test thing, like a test. He had like a test. He had game testers, and the crazy part is that I was like expecting like oh, and they loved it. They love my game so much. The thing is that it basically he went over like, oh, people really love the atmosphere. They love the layout. They loved everything, but the game sucked. Like he went into deep about how the things that he went wrong, and basically had to scrap like a lot of concepts because they didn't mesh very well. Like let me give an example. He only had a knife, but the thing is a lot of people didn't really like that. Like there was only a knife, because if there's only a knife, then what is there exactly as people who are passengers? And then he basically went around and what's it called? Like basically there was a slow meter. If someone gets slow, that's how they figure out who is a normal person and who's the killer, because only the people who are safe can be slow from not doing their tasks / not eating. So when the killer gets, or so when people get slow, they kind of like keep note like who actually went super slow. And it got a lot of people out just on the first try. Also, they said it like a lot of the tasks at the time were very like passive. Like I guess like an example would be, originally it was like, oh, let me get to the food cart, and then it's like, okay, you go to the food cart and you sit there, and then you leave, and it's like, oh, I want to go to the library, and it's like, okay. Like they didn't actually give like fun ways to interact with the world. Like he had no food or drinks at the time, and finally he added them in and fixed the problem for like, and changed some tasks. Like instead of like, I kind of feel like going to the dining area, it's I need to eat food at the dining area, I'm hungry, stuff like that. You can actually eat. Another thing about the layout is that even though the train is really, really nice, the people said they didn't like how the tasks interacted with the environment, because like you'll have a cart that's like, you know, on one side, but then the task will be like, I want to go here, and it's like on the complete opposite side of the train, and it'll happen again, and so they just go back and forth on that long ass train, and just like it get like tedious, and like why? So they basically changed up the cart like areas, so that does happen sometimes, but now there are like other carts that are like closer that can do the same thing. Like there's multiple food carts, there's multiple like cart areas to like go out and get fresh air, stuff like that. So it was just a really interesting look into like a short version of how like games as a whole are developed. It's like, yeah. Oh, know what I realized? I never actually wrote like, oh, I'm on Instagram that I'm streaming. Not that I expect a lot of people to come in all of a sudden, but like, it doesn't help. So give me a second. I'm gonna just do that right now. Let me turn the. I'm sure people won't mind the screenshot being of a man with who has big old titties. I can say that, right? I can say that. It's live. If you wanna. Ugh. Ooh, but the train thing sounds interesting. It is. It's like a 3 to 3 hour video where it's the first chunk is him testing out the game itself. And like or testing out making it and like messing with stuff in Minecraft. And the other half is him just like is him and his friends actually playing it. I guess the best way to put it is like it starts out with the idea and development. The second is the testing and reworking, and the rest is them actually and they actually kind of role play in it, so it's really fun. I'm gonna go searching for some jobs then. I'll head characters. I'll still be here. Okay. Explain. Also, I have to go to my thing, my live link, my live stream link. Why does live link sound strange? Like, that doesn't sound right. Anyway. And adding it in. And no, I want to get. Oh, I got rid of it. Wait, do I have 2 in here? Oh. There we go. Sorry, I was messing up. Anyway. I'm gonna make it all caps. Click here. I'm nervous though, because your mother has been coming to my streets. Your mother. And I know you know this, but it's still like a, oh yeah. I think that's probably why subconsciously I'm like, do I even want to? Because it feels kind of like, kind of scurry, a little freaky to like, I don't know. I think it's also why I've been like low-key censoring myself. I say low-key, but like, I get nervous posting on there because it's like, mother-in-laws. Nothing wrong. Just straight up like a, oh, she's gonna see me say crazy shit. Stuff that she doesn't see me say IRL. Because, you know, you wouldn't say crass things in front of your mother-in-law. Like, not really, especially because I don't. Oh. She may be asleep right now, but you'll never know. Oh, crap. My mom gets out when I cuss in front of her. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I don't know why that keeps popping up. Do that thing again where double like just. Oh. I think that's. It should work. I mean, it would give you an option that saying it doesn't work. Make sure this is removed real quick. They're both 100. I mean, I'm fine with redrawing that part, but like, why are you not? Oh, why is it disappearing? I think I'm just gonna have to draw it. Or I'm just gonna erase it and then I'll erase this part. Ooh. I'll just erase it and then redo it. A little too thick. We love learning about problems. Goodness me. Okay, there we are. I fixed it. Look, I fixed it. No one's gonna get that reference. It's chicken. It's a Chicken Run reference. I love those movies. Stop motion movies growing up were always so good. It's always like a wonder too. I think that's kind of why low-key movies have been kind of buns, because I feel like they're trying to do something innovative without actually focusing on the story. I feel like they're always trying to do something groundbreaking and new, but it's like, we want a story. We don't care about how you made the movie. We care about the movie being good. Like how like Disney's always trying to be like, well, look, we made this fabric so that it's like you can see each individual fiber. And it's like, cool, but the movie's kind of buns. Not literally, because I haven't really, not one of those like, I'm not one of those people who like hate on Disney no mo. At least like not to that degree. I still don't like Disney. Avi, maybe trying to copy. But still like you can tell again that they are just trying so hard to just be groundbreakers. Is the word referred for it? Like revolutionize something, but it's like just focus on the movie. It's okay not to be like super like this movie not to be like super this or that. It can just be a movie. Also, I just realized I haven't taken any of my medication. Give me a second. It's hormone stuff. Don't worry. I mean, yes, hormones affect the mental, but still. Also, I'm really liking how this is turning out so far with the arms. It's been an hour of me just lining. Well, I mean, it's because I've been doing stuff like fucking and this. So. Yeah, this kind of makes sense. Oof. That's crazy. Weirdly enough, one of my pillows, the one that is super minty and like smells really fresh and kind of like peppermint, basically. It tastes so bad. It is horrible. It's awful. Like genuinely, it like lingers in my mouth and it tastes like I dropped a little bit of bleach or soap in there. No, even soap is better. Like, I'd be able to like put soap in my mouth, but that I can't. It's beyond bitter. Ooh. But yeah, it's like super duper bitter. And then, but like the pill that smells like fish and like stinks really bad. It's actually sweet. Like it tastes pleasant. And it's like has a nice texture too. So it's like it goes down easy. It tastes nice. And I'm just like, sometimes smell is deceiving. Because even poisonous things out in the wild can smell absolutely scrumdiddlyumptious, but the actual flavor, the actual like results of it could be like bad. Or just like have a bad taste. In this case. But it's like obviously pills are good for me. It's just he's so bad. The buns. And is this the layer? I think I'm finally at the point where I'm just gonna straight up take this hand and treat. It's like human man. Fuck. Try and give like a. Let me look at the actual reference. Definitely make the hand bigger. Go in turn, make that. Round the size, but not made it too big. Let me just make sure that's that's like reaching where it needs to. Okay. The wrist is meeting kind of where the crotch is, and I would say the hand reaches mid-thigh, so at least mostly mid-thigh would be good, I think. Because like I said, my pet peeve is when people make their VTube models awkward. So I'm trying my best to make sure that I stick to that myself. Not only would I be a hypocrite, but also it'd bother me. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Off. Oop. Oh, gosh dang it. Gosh darn doodly dang it. Pardon me. Yeah, I need to get back into actually making like TikToks and short form videos, because oh my god, I begin frustrated because I'm trying to learn DaVinci Resolve, I think it's called. I gotta say that. And like I just having the hardest time, and also finding time to actually edit. I had yesterday, like last week, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna use this time to like do what I need to do, but I basically ended up goofing off the entire week. I'm genuinely thinking of commissioning someone to just edit. Like, bro, I don't know how to be funny either. Like, people keep pointing, like Shrug Emoji, he points out how like, oh, this is a good moment, this is funny, I like this and that. I'm just like, really? And I rewatch it with like the eyes of someone else seeing it, and I'm like, that was funny. Why didn't I notice? I was gonna say, like, why is his hand like that? Also, sometimes, weirdly enough, when it comes to tracing elements, also make it very clear I do not trace any outside of body parts unless it's like super specific and I need like a lot of help. Even then, it's like I just gotta photo bash it anyway, rather than straight up like steep. Cause like I remember growing up, a lot of people go crazy if you trace, like at all, like models even. And so I grew up with this mentality like, oh, if you trace anything, you're bad. But then after actually growing up and learning more about like the art world, it's crazy how many artists like straight up go, yeah, trace or like photo bash, do something to like make your art not only easier but more professional looking. And it just sucks that like, you know, a lot of kids grew up with the mentality of I have to do this or I'll look like I'm a bad artist. But it's like actually not doing that makes you look like a bad artist. Make his hands too. Oh, fuck, I made it. Let me just. It's also low key. It feels like I made it too. Oh? Then. Push this muscle because I know a lot of hands have this bit right here. The back part is fine, but it still feels like it's too. Like I said, sometimes you gotta forgo realism and just go for like. My thicker nubs does not look correct to me. These are the form. Probably best not to. Let me see with the rest. I know that if you were to put his hand up to his face, his hand is giant. And I'm like, ooh. Shorten those up. But the thing is that, like, if I do that, then it may result in him looking stubby. Basically what I don't want. I can really push it. Okay. I think that looks pretty chill, man. Okay. There we are. Weirdly enough, again, I feel like my noise gate is a little too high. Because sometimes I like the way I sound without all the extra effects. Especially because you can hear me like make weird noises. Add to the Mars experience of total chaos. At the same time, I have roommates, so that's that push and pull every time. There are two wolves inside me. One that wants perfect audio and the other one that wants to be funny. Also, what I'm going to try to do this time around is when I start rendering the hands, keeping some of the line art, but I'm going to make it fleshy tone because that's kind of my biggest downfall. Because I never really color correct. I'm going to attempt to do. Oh. I give the same amount of pointiness to these fingers. So that they're not too. I have to go to work tomorrow. Because then I got 2 days in a row off, and my main thing is that when I originally worked there, my one thing was like I want at least 2 days off a week, and like to generally not have to work like multiple days in a row. They basically were like, too bad, and so they gave me the 2 days at least a week off, but they also kind of like they didn't clarify enough. They basically were like, well, we'll do it whenever. Like I have like days where I work 2 days in a row, and then like the rest of the week I work. Or I said that right. It's just like, ugh. Thank you, but why? Since they're technically giving me what I want, I really complain. Especially because like Especially now, I don't really go in. I guess they're like, oh, can you come in? It's like, it's my day off, sorry. This sounds harsh, but it's like, I have a life. By a life, I mean I like being on my ass all day, just drawing. Just take. I think these are me. Hmm. Damn, look like, it looks weird because like it looks like his fingers are like spreading apart. I just smacked the shit out of my mic. I'm sorry. Maybe it's because it's not following. What if I do this? Like, have this finger out. I think that would work. You just still feel. You can hear like the in the music in the background. Mongoose. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to cut these off into. What? 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 Why they only take half of it away? Wait, copy. What? 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 I've never seen line art this. What the fuck? Oh, sorry. What the hell happened? Also, why? How can I zoom in so much? Where even is this layer? Oh, is it? What is this? Like, I can zoom in like crazy, but like I'm just gonna. What? What is this? Where is? Oh, okay. My heart dropped. Okay, okay. Let me go back to the vertex thing. Let me zoom in and then. Oh, okay. No, I just was misunderstanding what a vertex is. So let me see. Where is that? Okay, so when I go like that, I think it shows where my line art is, like where I made changes and like where I set things. Like just overall. And yeah. So if I erase a vertex, what does this do? Ooh, I feel like let me just. Oh, I see. Okay, so it is an eraser of some kind, but it's like different. It's specifically for vertex. Sorry, I'm like trying to understand what's going on here. Also, I'm sure I'm just gonna erase these. I don't like the way they look. I don't like these hands. Oh wait, let me try this. I just straight up just go. Like basically make it so that it looks this way. A little better. It doesn't look good, but like better. Not gonna lie, I thought I would get the body rendered, but like feels like, you know what? I'm just gonna straight up take a hand. I'm just gonna look on Pinterest and straight up steal another. Oh, what the fuck? I can take the hand from this one. Hand seems good to steal. We're doing this again. There we go. I think this one fits a little more. A little bit. Compared to his face first. Okay. Where would I put this here? I think that's small enough. If I go any smaller, I'm gonna shrink. So I'm like trying my best to like make it fit. A little bit. That's good. Not too much. And it works. Oop. Too big. There you go. I forgot how to make this look. There we go. I'm looking at this, I'm like, is this isolation? If truth. Ah, the hand small. Dang, all that work for nothing. Because one thing that I don't like about Vertex is that you can't resize. Can't resize some things, so at least it doesn't seem like you can. Well, actually, wait. What? Oh, it's because I changed some things. Well, I'll use this now just to test it out, and I'll probably bring it back in a second. This seems like something for another day. I'm just... I feel like selecting is just fine. My problem is having it mirrored. If this is mostly right, or a bit of both. The problem is again, I don't want his hands to be huge, but it's hard. It's hard not to make a man's hands just ginormous. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like using Vertex also, but then it's like actually be very concrete. At a certain placement. What if I actually real quick? Let me just general a really quick one. That I know if it is the right size without having to put effort. Okay, weirdly enough, yeah. One time that I actually got it right is when I actually think of like, oh no, the precaution I can do is just lightly trace it instead of actually straight up. Yes. Yeah, I think I have a lot of webbing in my hand, so like here I'm just like kind of looking at both my real hand and the reference. Okay, these things look pretty. Okay, we're definitely not gonna get to render today. Damn. That's depressing. Basically, also I'm using Vertex for this, just so that when I finally get to like before I start properly rendering and such, is I can like change the line art, mess around with things, move things around a little bit easier. Like this, I may end up adding more like hills for every single body. I'm just going straight on that. I'm gonna. It's just a little too low the first time. Now all of this is gonna be focused on like I said, I don't really want to do too much since I'm mainly gonna be rendering this later. So the insides are basically just gonna be empty. The only part that's probably gonna be like a little more detailed is like but just for where things are going, I'm gonna just here. A very, very cool rendition where the knee is gonna be. Knee is like one of the harder parts of the body, but I still really, really, really want it to be like anime but accurate. Because there's a lot of art that has like super rendered knees, and for some reason I have a fixation on knees when it comes to if like an art piece feels like really good. For some reason the knees are what really makes me think like, this person put a lot of work into this. It's kind of same with hands, where it's like that's why I try to make sure my hands at least look decent. Because I feel like when you see a really good rendered hand and a really good rendered like knee, like those areas that people don't really focus on, it's like, ooh, this person got like this had spice somehow. Look right. Let me. Yeah, mostly. Let me clean this up first. Give up. Diagnosis. It looks mostly, but I may have to like some form of real. I may stream pretty soon. It's because I'm getting a little for the fact that I'm not gonna get tired. I'm not gonna actually get tired when I'm done streaming. So like I want to use a little bit of nighttime I have left to vibe, maybe watch something, play with friends. I love streaming, but like, dang, sounds so. Oh, bookie. I'm definitely gonna. Yeah, most of it just like place. I'm definitely gonna need a feet model because like feet are hard as shit. I don't know why. Just feet are so hard. Like they're worse than they're like the worst part of the body. opinion. So difficult. Actually, like, get right. Things up later is not. Kind of smooth these out because I know that the lake has muscle. So, like, I don't want it to be like too rigid or too bumpy. Otherwise, I could result in it looking. The outer part is fine. Like this part can be bumped out because of like muscle. Again, the thing about these areas is that they're going to be rendered out later. Let me pull it off. Oh my god, he got no ribs. Never mind. Like now he looks really top heavy. He's muscular. Not what I want. Let me see if I can. Maybe just like redraw just slightly below. I already basically drawing like a second out layer. That a little. It doesn't help that my default now is like low-key muscular. Try to get a medium. Like this under part. I make this small. I want him to be well built. I want him to, you know. Hopefully, you heard that puff of I did, but like, I don't want him to be like a giant bodybuilder. Well, I do want him to look like he works out because you know. Default. And we got. Any. Okay, that worked out a lot better than I thought it would. Yeah, that's better. That already a lot better. It doesn't look crazy. Okay, I can, you know, when I can kind of sort of feel myself like being like into what this actually looks like. I'm looking at it, I'm like, something's off, but I don't know what. I'm gonna take a moment later on, like let it sit and simmer, and then come back to it and see like, what did I get wrong here? That always happens. Hands look good, everything looks fine. Eyes, face look great. Say, I'm like myself too much of a pat on the back. Yeah, at least the fit is good, and I think the torque is good. The only problem is, pardon me, more details on the legs and such to make sure that they're accurate. Because like I struggle with like legs sometimes. I love legs, but sometimes it's like I know I'm drawing them. They push this in. Yeah. I don't think it helps I made his chest super wide. Sorry, you can't see it because the quality of the recording, but like kind of see I made his chest like super wide. I mean, it's accurate, but it's still like really wide. Well, hey, I'll have to fix it some other time. And in the meantime, I'm gonna roll with this. I'm gonna be okay with it. And I'm gonna sign off. Cause like, I did okay. I think I did okay. But hey, you never know. You never know how like much you can improve later on. So next time, I think I'll be definitely working on the shading. The shading kind of works by just doing a grayscale. I say a grayscale, but like a airbrush, and I use the deform tool, the smudge tool, sorry, a lot, and the deform tool, and just like shape it and sculpt it into having those layers on top of photo bash. So hopefully we can get to that at some point, but not tonight. It's been 2 hours, and most of the stuff I want to get to is like detailed. I would say detailed, but like I'll have to focus on it and I'll be quiet almost the entire time, and that would be no fun. I was quiet very much, like very quiet in this stream so far, so imagine if I'm like focusing while trying to get the anatomy right. It would not be a good time, ladies. So, end here. I'm gonna render it out a bit more on the outside, and then when we come back, we will be working on the shading, the muscles. It'll be the hop. I mean the best part. Yeah, the best part. Wait, see y'all.